Hello, and hello. Welcome back to my channel, or just welcome to my channel. Either way, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Today we are making not quite a Morat, but a mulberry blueberry mead. The reason for this is that you need about 4 pounds of mulberries to make a Morat, and I was only able to collect about 2. I had to come up with something, you know? And these blueberries have been hanging out in my freezer since like, I don't know, May? Mulberry trees fruit pretty early in the spring, so they've just been hanging out. And I have just been waiting to make this. So blueberries were on a super awesome sale. At Kroger, they were 2 pounds of blueberries for like, I don't know, $4, which is incredible. So excited. So if you're new to this channel, I like to talk a little bit about, like, I don't know, some historical things or other uses for my ingredients. And I may also touch on some like mystical, mythological type of things as well, because, these berries and things have been around for a very, very long time. They've been used for centuries by various peoples around the world who have access to them. So if you want to go ahead and just skip straight to the mead making, I will put the timestamp over here. But if you're interested in these sorts of things as I am, then, just listen to my voice. All right, so mulberries. Let's start there. So there are a couple of types of mulberry trees. There's black mulberries, red mulberries, and white mulberries. Red, those are the ones that we are using today. Oh. So some of them you can tell they're a fainter red, others are more of a deep kind of burgundy red. They are native to the United States. And then white mulberries are native to Asia. So if you look up mulberry like medicine, you'll see a whole history of Chinese medicine associated with mulberry leaves, bark, and fruit. Now the white mulberries are prized in Asia because silkworms love them. So in Asia, they'll have like groves and groves of mulberry trees specifically for silkworms. And then the black mulberries come from the Middle East. Red mulberry in particular apparently is really good for expelling intestinal parasites. Worms. Worms. They get rid of worms and ringworm as well, actually. Yes, ringworms. And it's also very purgative. So it's like it's a detoxing agent, basically. It's real good at detoxing your body. Cherokee peoples would also make cloth out of the wood. So the wood itself of the mulberry tree is very soft and supple. I don't know how they do it, but that is very interesting. That's super cool. And then the fruits themselves, of course, are packed with antioxidants. They're very nutrient dense. They have a lot of fiber, vitamin C, vitamin K, and iron. And then the last little kind of tidbit here is that mulberry trees, so we're talking specifically, I guess, about black mulberry trees, but whatever. Mulberries were planted by the ancient Greeks and were dedicated to their goddess Minerva, who is the goddess of wisdom. Apparently that is her favorite tree. So it's kind of cool. If you are into a lot of witchy things, you will know that honey wine in particular, aka mead, is used as a libation. And a libation is basically an offering or a gift to a god or goddess. If you are into Greek goddesses, and in particular Minerva, then you may think about making yourself a Morat and kind of dedicating it to her. That's like the ultimate libation, right? Mulberry wine, honey wine, mulberry honey wine. And last thing here, we're going to talk a little bit about blueberries. I really want to grow some blueberries in our backyard. Hopefully next season, I'm hoping to be able to plant some. And blueberries are also native to North America. Native Americans would call them starberries because at the top it looks like a little star pattern. And they believed that the Great Spirit sent them from the stars to feed their people and keep them healthy. Talking about the medicinal properties, I actually got off of rxlist.com. So it's more of an official medication information kind of website. So the things that blueberries have been proven to help. Blueberries will help prevent cataracts as well as glaucoma, so they're really good for your eyes. They're also used to treat ulcers, urinary tract infections, multiple sclerosis, I think I said that right, and chronic fatigue syndrome, colic, fever, varicose veins, and hemorrhoids. Like, what a list, right? Kind of all over the place. It just helps a variety of things. And those are the things that are proven by science. All right, so on to the actual mead making. What I have here is basically 2 pounds of mulberries and about 2 pounds of blueberries. I don't think I need quite this much blueberry, but a Morat calls for 4 pounds of mulberries, so I figured I would just replace the other 2 with blueberries. Now, I went ahead and I already heated up some water and melted 3 pounds of honey and put it into this bucket. I have not put in a full gallon of water yet. Now, I also know that these berries are going to produce some liquid. Now, this happened with my strawberry mead where I had planned just a gallon, put a full gallon of water in there, and then I ended up with 1.5 gallons of mead. So I'm probably gonna put a little bit less than 1 gallon of water in there. So Louis, my boyfriend or domestic partner, you know, whatever verbiage you want to use, his dad gave us this, and it's an applesauce maker. Comes with this wooden thing. All of this, of course, has been sanitized. I'm basically gonna put some berries in here, just little bits at a time, and dump them in the bucket. Some of these still have stems on them. I'm not really gonna worry about it. All of these berries have been cleaned, frozen, and thawed. Like, how do I do this? Maybe I should just grab heapfuls of them and put them in. Oh God, this is slightly scary. Okay. It's crunchy. Oh my God, I'm getting berry juice all over me. Well, that took quite a few minutes. That took a while. Look at all this juice I got though. Holy moly. Now I left out probably 1/3 of the mulberries I didn't put back in here just because of the amount of seeds and stuff that are in them. Ooh, that smells amazing. Wow. Still probably more seeds than I would want. I mean, I heard that mulberries were really seedy, but honestly I had no idea they were quite like that. Today I'm using 71B, which I have never used before. I mean, I think it's just a good like all around yeast. I believe the tolerance is 14%. So I'm gonna use about half, and I'm just gonna let it sit in here and kind of warm up a bit. From here, I guess all that's left is to add a bit more water to this. These didn't make as much juice as the strawberry did. I'm conflicted. I don't want 1.5 gallons, I want 1 gallon. I might just stop it here. So I have this much left in here. When I rack this, if I have under 1 gallon somehow, I will just add a little bit of water to it and call it good. That's just what I'm gonna do. That is a thing that you can do. You can add water to your brew if you need to take up a bit more space. The only risk is watering it down. However, I don't think that that would be the case here. If anything, I would just need to add like a little bit, just a little bit of water to bring it back up. So I'm gonna stir this, aerate it a bit. It's kind of hard to shake a bucket, so. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you all what honey I am using. One that I have never used before. What else is new? I'm always using a different honey. Move that out of the way. Orange blossom. I have never had orange blossom honey before. It's amazing. And I totally understand why some people like only use orange blossom. It's like candied orange. If you've ever had candied orange peel, this is kind of what it tastes like. It's incredible. It is so good. This is from Townsend Honey Farm. I got 6 pounds of honey for like $30. I believe that they have an Etsy, and that's where I got it. So the last thing that we need to do here, besides pitch the yeast, but I need to take a gravity reading. That is what needs to happen now. And it might be a little bit difficult with the amount of berry. Is there any space in here without flippin' berries? My God. Good. This is great. Wow. Okay. Is this Perfektenschlag? 1.110. Wow, I didn't expect it to be that high, so we should have some sweetness left over. I'm gonna stir the yeast in a little bit, and I'm gonna put an airlock on it, only I totally forgot to grab an airlock from upstairs. But trust me, I'm gonna put an airlock on it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope my shirt is not stained. In about 2 weeks, I'm gonna check back in with this. We're probably gonna rack it then. With berries and fruit, I like to give them 2 weeks and then rack it. Some people do it sooner, some people do it later. Thank you again for joining me and for watching this video. Subscribe and like and comment if you would like. That would be awesome. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.